Hi, welcome to the Anniston Museums and Gardens. My name is Sarah Burke, and I am here with Mrs. Georgia Calhoun, our founder and coordinator of the Black Heritage Festival. Now, this year is the 41st annual Black Heritage Festival. And Ms. Calhoun, if you would tell us a little bit about how this festival came to be, what those careers were, and how you were connected to the community.
As I turned in this morning, I thought about how many years and how many times I had turned into the guard's driveway to come to this museum. It was a second home for me at one time. I was working at Norwood Elementary School, and I lived in Chocolate and was working with a school that had been consolidated, and Mrs. Maureen, they call her Beanie. We have an award for her named Beanie, a Beanie Award, so we did have. And she asked me to come to the museum and work with the league board. And being at the league board, different activities we would have. And I said, well, there was nobody here of color but me. And one time the director said to me, "Oh, you have so much nerve to be out here. You're the only person." I said, "Oh, it will get better." I had no idea how it would get better, but as I, just dream of stuff anyway, and I just thought one day, let's have a festival, and let me invite people to come to this festival, because at one time, when the museum was downtown, there was no provision for people of color. So this was the time for me to get that started. And I thought about this festival, and I thought, well, I always told my principals, if you want people to come to the PTAs and the PTOs or whatever it is now, you have to put the children on program. And if the children's on program, they will come. So I've got to use these children some way. Well, I also thought about, well, now, how am I going to get that done? So I was president of the Missionary Society at Mount Calvary Baptist Church, and also a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. And I said, well, I can invite my sorority sisters and missionary ladies. And so the first festival was outdoor event, and had the missionary ladies and sorority members. We had a tasting bee. You could taste all the soul foods you want to taste. And I had 3 orations, and one was by an old lady from Chocolate. She was an old school teacher, and she did a dialect. And then I had 2 other children, 2 children to recite. Then I thought, well, this is the best way to do this. Works from black authors had not been published too much. And I said, well, if I get children to learn poems, and I made it strictly, has to be by a black poet. And it has to be, you have to memorize it. Then we gave them guidelines that they had to follow. You have to speak clearly. Your enunciation has to be good. You have to be able to face the audience. And so it is the first time, and we had maybe about 25 children. And then it grew, parents grew, it got so interesting because it made the children feel good. Maya Angelou said, you can do things for people, you can say things to people, but you'll always remember how you made a person feel. And so I think that parents got that feeling, and it has just grown. And I never thought that it would be 41 years. Now, in starting this festival, I had everybody just fell in line with what, it was all my ideas. They just fell right into it. Everybody just did what I said and what I asked them to do.
You're certainly a leader, though. You certainly are a leader.
Well, I just, and they were so cooperative, you know. And now from children, it just gotta continue. Now, I've hit my 90 years, and I praise God that I'm still alive and still able to come this way. But I have able sorority sisters who, you know, I think is going to carry this on. If they don't, I'll come back and visit them. But, you know, give the children, it gives the children confidence. If you can stand before a group of people and speak and have, they're just not nervous. When you look at them today, you will see that they're just not nervous at all. They just go about what they have to do. Now, one day they're going to have to take interviews for a job. And I think this will prepare them for interviews that they have to have, you know, and how to meet people. And they'll be able to do it because I say, well, we learned how to do this at the Heritage Festival. So I think we have touched a lot of lives with this, and this year we're having to do it different. Thank God for technology, and thank God for people who understand how it works, because I don't. I learn one thing and then it goes to something else. But you know, there's a song that says to serve this present age, so I guess this is not my age. Now my age is cast by technology or somebody else's age. I look forward to this every year. It's just a thing that makes me come alive. I think it has kept me young. So I'm just 90 years young with this festival.
Thank you. Now, to be specific, we actually have a judge this year who, so I've helped you for 5 years now, and we have a judge that I was able to see perform her oration when she was a senior, and she's now sitting on the City of Anniston Council.
Yes.
And when we spoke to her, she said, my first trophy I ever received was from this festival, and she said it gave me the confidence to keep going. And I mean, this event has created walking, living proof of the fact that we have to instill confidence and, you know, these important public speaking, public presentation, public personality, all of that in our students, in order so that when they become adults, they can face, you know, they can face the world's problems, they can face the big things, the little things, and they can make a difference.
And you know, and I look at those who have grown up, and I meet people in the store sometimes, and they will say, Miss Calhoun, you know, you remember when I recited such and such a thing, and sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It's a festival that has grown to be a part of this community, and it should continue. And I have worked with Sarah for the last 5 years, but before then, everybody I worked with just been let me do it like I want to do it. I know they have to change some things afterwards that I don't know what to change, but you know, I just have felt good about doing it. I've never had to go away feeling bad.
Yeah.
Nobody has. And you know, the judges, I want to think, I have some judges that's been with me over 20 years.
Yeah.
And I know, I hope I don't miss any names, but I know the Richardsons have been with me, as Pete Conroy has been with me from day one. And the Richardsons are also
They're sponsors.
sponsors. Yeah, they are sponsors. And now with Dr. Cummins, you just look for certain people to be with you. Okay. And everybody has just been so cooperative, you know. I mean, I thank the judges highly, and I thank the sponsors. We could not do without you. You know, the children are encouraged by what you give. You know, you think I'm going to get, hey, I've been a child, you've been a child. And you know, when you you doing something and you're going to get something for it, how good it makes you feel. Well, they feel good because they know, well, if I don't win, I'm still going to get something. But I tell them they are all winners. Regardless of where the judges say that you were the best, you are all the best and you're all winners because you tried and you done your best. So you consider yourself a winner when you participate. Just happy about this one, having to be like it is. I'm sorry about the you can't be present to smile and clap and go on, but you'll be able to clap at home. And like I said, technology has fixed it where you can see and enjoy, you know.
Well, I think the show must go on,
Yes.
Regardless of a pandemic or anything. And our students have had so much introduction to technology that it wasn't a huge curveball to ask them to, you know, record and create a video and whatnot. I know we say a huge thank you to all of our teachers and our principals and our parents and the guardians who have helped these students, because they were able to submit them to us and they worked with us to make sure we have everything that they need. And I think we are going to have a great lineup, and I think it's going to be, it's different, but I think we're still going to be able to encourage one another and enjoy each other's presentations. And I encourage you, when you see, we will be sharing the YouTube link to the full list of participant videos next week, and I really encourage you to share that amongst your friends and your families, and let's shine a light on these students who have taken the time to practice and practice and practice and record as many times as they might have needed to in order to get it, you know, the way they want it. But let's shine a light on them and share it with the world.
And let me thank the teachers. You know, I know you have your load that you have to do. You already have your lesson plans. And to take time to work with the students, to select a poem for them, and to guide them and to teach them, you know, I just love you for that. I thank you for that. And I think you enjoy too. After you see them, you enjoy your children too. So this festival is a time of enjoyment for us, to see our children excel.
Well, thank you, Georgia, for coming in early and visiting with us, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll have our judges together, and we will play the oration competition for you, and we will share our winners and the announcements of our winners tomorrow afternoon. Thank you.